think I've got 1,300 kilometers to go. It's a sinkhole. Another one. There's a little well. Who don't own a well in their back garden? Hello, horsies. Hello. They're growing crows in that field. A little pub. Quite like to stop over and have a beer right now. Now we're only a few days out from the Devon border. Today we're passing through a place called No Man's Land. Population 150. Uh-oh. Ah, stupid phone. It keeps trying to install updates all the time. Stop it. That was the equivalent of my chain coming off my bike. The Gear VR stopped tracking my head because my application isn't in focus anymore. It's tried to go to this other thing saying install software, and when I turn my head it doesn't respond, and it's incredibly confusing to my brain. Looks like a tractor rally. I think this is probably No Man's Land. I think most of it's off that way. We're going to bypass most of it. I never even knew No Man's Land was a place until today. The things you learn, eh? Yeah. Just by cycling across the entirety of Britain, you might learn something. You never see people waving at the Google car. You'd think kids would be going crazy. It's a very muddy track I'm on. I keep getting the urge to lift my legs so I don't get splattered. So a bit of flooding going on here. I think I'm going to start doing 45-minute sessions from tomorrow. I was going to wait until I hit the 300-kilometer mark, but I'm ready. I was outside all day today and got a bit sunburned, so the goggles rather, are hurting my face. Oh, so the world's exploded. Uh-oh. There's some horses blocking the way. Get off the road! Get off the road! What the... Just had a strange urge to... I couldn't see something very clearly on the screen, so I had a strange urge to take my goggles off so I could see it more clearly. As if the goggles were somehow obscuring my view. So I'm here, Thornton, something? Only I had a reverse gear, I'd be able to go back and find out. I need to go there, the bike shop. Is that an ice cream van? Oh, it's just a caravan. Boring. Why don't you have ice creams? What river this is. Inverton. No? Tiverton? Tiverton. I think I'm in Tiverton. Or possibly Vape Town. Day 27. It's the 9th of June. Not quite sure what this village is called, but it's quite nice. Quite like the contrast between being able to see very, very far away and then all of a sudden very close and very far away. It's quite nice. I'm trying not to turn my head too much because I'm feeling a little bit nauseous. I don't know if it's these twisty country roads or if it's the extra time. I'm a very delicate flower. Oh, runaway horses. Cows. Okay. It's a big garden wall. A woody. Oh, it's suddenly very dark in here. My current route should hopefully, well, will be taking me through up through Weston-super-Mare, trying to drive along cycle along the coast there. I want to drive. I keep saying drive. I want to cycle past Dismaland, which should be fun. Some of these stretched hedge polygons remind me of playing Zelda Ocarina of Time on the N64 a long time ago. She's almost 20 years now. I am so old. Get out of the way, Roadhog. You'd think you'd pull over and let me pass, wouldn't you? Looks like we've arrived upon a village. I wish I knew which one it was. I wonder if anyone's ever done a taxonomy of villages in Britain. I keep seeing the same sorts of patterns in the layout and the structures that each village has, and the size and the colour. Oh, made a big cutting. I wonder if this was a railway at some point. It was unexpected.
Good evening. It's day 29. It's the 11th of June.
It's another nice day in Google Land. Forgot to look up anything about Taunton. It seems like a fairly major little town for this area. So I can tell you nothing about it, except it was the inspiration for the famous animals from Star Wars. And that's not even true. When these power lines first went in, I wonder if there was public outcry like there is with wind turbines these days. That makes the countryside look awful. Or if people just thought, electricity, yes please. I'm guessing this is Hillfarren or Hillsfarren or whatever it was. So it'll probably be a bit more boring for the next couple of days until we get to Weston-super-Mare. And then it's it. Fun when we get there. In fact, I think this is the outer ridges of Taunton. I think Norton Fitzwarren is the first area of it, maybe. Building? No building. I guess I'm still building a co-op. Hello. People never wave. What do we got? Taunton, okay. I keep going to call it Super Weston-Mare, but that's not right, is it? Makes it sound like some kind of superhero horse. Super Weston-Mare to the rescue! I wonder if anybody's done a study on why different people are so affected by VR in such varying ways. I'm very sensitive to it, but other people I know have get no effects at all. They can ride the craziest roller coaster and feel nothing. Apparently their body doesn't care if it gets poisoned or not. I'm guessing in an evolutionary sense they'll die out pretty quickly. Oh yes. And old rain. Max speed of 20. I might actually be able to achieve that. Let's see if we can. Oh, I'm speeding. You got me. I wonder if you can actually get a speeding ticket on a bicycle. No point trying to look at signs anymore, they're illegible. Like I'm cycling whilst drunk. Don't drink and ride, kids. Day 31, it's the 14th of June 2016. You recall, we're just coming into Bridgewater. It's surprising how different buildings can look between even just two fairly close places like England and Scotland. It's certainly like the mock Tudor here. Classic 1930 Tudor. As much as I like cycling through forests, I think, at least in VR in this system, this is my favourite kind of environment, just because there's lots of life and there's lots of things going on, things to see. And the panoramas work quite well with things that are upright, like buildings. Helibeds. Can't imagine what they are. Helicopter beds? Or hellish beds? The panoramas work perfectly on this street. Lots of nice straight houses. Highbridge, this way. That's where we're going. Riding along on my automobile. Infinity speed. Now, this may or may not be High Bridge. I saw a sign back there, but I couldn't read it as usual. It's always reassuring when buildings display what they are on their roof. There's no question as to what you're going to get when you walk in there. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh dear. It seems I've crashed. That's a first. Let's try that again, shall we? Wow, that's a lot of caravans. Or they're just vans. I think they'd do those camper vans in different colours, wouldn't you, instead of just white? God, it's a camper's dream around here. Nice rolling hills. I'm really looking forward to getting up into the Highlands, cycling in amongst those hills. Your bum's hanging out. Google Street View seems to be very paranoid these days. Almost everything's got a little blurred out thing around it because it thinks it's a face or a car license plate. Not like back in the old days. Why do old men speak like that? Who speaks like that? Nobody, that's who. What have we got here? Something, Last Brent or something, I don't know. He was the last Brent on the planet. Oh, imagine a planet of David Brent. Huzzah! 300 kilometers for me.